In June 2011, Kathy and Chris Prankerd's dairy operation became the Taranaki DairyNZ Focus Farm. Nearly 2 years into this 3-year project, the Prankerds are beginning to see the tangible benefits of measuring and monitoring. Katrina Knowles is DairyNZ's regional leader in Taranaki.
DairyNZ have set up some focus farms throughout the country. A few provinces have focus farms. In Taranaki we have some demonstration farms, but none of them were at high altitude, which this farm is high altitude, high rainfall. And there was perceived a need to actually put some basics in place really to identify what people should be doing during high rainfall periods and the effects that it has on their farm and their farming practices. And so the opportunity was advertised, and Chris and Kathy were one of the farms that put up their details, and one of the farms that sort of embraced the idea of allowing themselves to become quite public as part of the process.
We're 89 hectares here. We're in the Inglewood-Triki area. We cover about 235 cows. The main impact from the focus farm is it's taught us to measure and monitor and act. Prior to that, I was a gut farmer. I don't need to measure pasture to tell me whether I'm short of pasture or not, but I need to measure it to know exactly how short I am and what I need to do to fill the gaps. If you don't measure it, you can't manage it, basically. There is the cost of your time. The benefit is this year we're up 10,000 milk solids at this stage. Hopefully we're going to be up 13,000, 14,000 milk solids, which is a huge financial benefit. It's going to get us in the ballpark of getting close to where we should be. There's still a lot of room for improvement yet, and by measuring it and managing it, hopefully we'll get there.
So what do you think of that one, Chris, that Jersey?
Well, she's going to be a lighter one, looking at her backbone.
Yeah. Just looking across the backbone, she's got those ridges, isn't she? So that's going to make her, what do you think, Chris?
Well, not going to be any better than 4.
Yeah, that's going to be a 4.
Until this program started, I probably had never done condition scoring. In the past, my cows, I thought, gosh, you're skinny, but my balance needs you to keep milking, so I've kept milking you too long, and has usually compounded a bad season going, and the following season has been no better because you haven't fixed what's been wrong. Reproduction-wise, our worst season we had a 26% empty rate, and that sort of encouraged me to go to the dairy and calf program, where things have slowly been improving. Next year was 16%, and then last year we got down to 9%, which is sort of getting in the ballpark, but we've still got a long way to go.
Farm Focus has probably taught me that I've been undergrowing my stock. We switched to crossbreeds the same time as Farm Focus due to an infertility problem. We've got into the weighing thing, and it's amazing. I can't emphasise enough how much weighing is important to your young stock. The calves this year are 12% ahead of their target weights, which are from DairyNZ information and Minder. After weighing, we put each individual calf's weight into Minder, which anybody can do.
Get out of here. Come on, out of here.
We've pulled out the lower performers, given them PK, given them extra grass, run them ahead in a smaller mob, and then they go back in with the mob with the weigh-in. We make a decision. It's been good because our kids have learned that's a big thing, grow your young stock, because ours would get into the herd and they'd be on once a day for 3 seasons. The last 3 seasons we'd dry off our heifers, and part of that reason was structural. Structurally they just hadn't grown for the amount of grass we were giving them. So that's a big lesson for us. So I'd encourage anybody. We actually had a problem with our scales, so we hired some from the vets for $20. Cheap as chips. You know, you can get all that information. Minder's free. You can graph your own animals' growth rates. It takes about 40 minutes now. The plus side is that animals get very quiet. You know, they get used to handling it. But, you know, I can't emphasise enough, DairyNZ will support you in that. If you've got a query, you get hold of your rep or your discussion group person and quiz her on what they think.
This program was made with funding from New Zealand On Air.